Hello, welcome to this vlog. I have not been on here in a long time for many reasons. One of them being I have not been reading much of anything. I have been reading some, but I haven't finished a book in probably a month or two. I am making this vlog hoping that I will, find my love of reading again. I still love to read. I have been in, a terrible book slump. I'm hoping it gets better though, because when I'm recording this, I have 1 week left of work and then it'll be the summer, so that's great. And I will have so much more time. And I think that's one of my problems is I don't have a lot of time to read and I'm also exhausted. Yeah, so I just have a really hard time right now with it. But like I said, this is my last week coming up, so I will have a lot more time and I'm hoping to read a lot this summer. A life update. I'm guessing I've probably already announced this on Bookstagram, but I am pregnant. So exciting. I'm due in November, so you might have seen that, you might have not, but that is just another thing that has been going on for the last few months. But anyways, I do want to talk about a book that I just started last night that I think is going to help me get out of my book slump. When I have been reading books, I've probably been reading a third to half of the book whenever I pick a book up and then just not finishing it. And I think it's because, again, I don't have a lot of time, so it's taking me so long to finish them, and then I just get not so interested anymore. But I'm really interested in this book right now, and that is Miss Buncle's book by D.E. Stevenson. I've had this book for a long time, and I've actually started it before, probably maybe 2 years ago, and I only got 3 chapters in, I think. And I remember at the time I wasn't super into it. I can't remember why. I guess I just wasn't in the mood for it. But I started it, I think it was yesterday, and I'm loving it so much. I was trying to figure out what kind of mood I was in, and I was thinking I wanted a book where something that was maybe cozy or just kind of laid back, but also where I could feel like the characters are my friends. So I thought I was gonna have to read a series, because usually that's what I feel about series. If I'm 2 or 3 books into that series, I'm already connected to the characters. I just feel like I'm reading about my friends again. But I saw this book in my room on my bookshelf and I decided to just try it. And again, it is so good. It is very cozy. I really enjoy the writing, and honestly, as I was reading it yesterday, I think it's the writing was reminding me of Mrs. Polifax, the mystery book I read last year. It's nothing like this book, but I think it was the writing, like I said, that was making me think of it, and I loved that book. So the writing's very good, but I'll tell you what this book is about in case you don't know. This follows Miss Buncle, who lives in Silverstream, and I'm not sure when this book is supposed to take place, maybe 30s or something. That's kind of what it reminds me of from the cover. She's just a woman that lives in this village and she is kind of needing some money. So she decides, I'm just gonna write a book. And the book that she decides to write is about all of the people in the town, because she said she really can only write about what she knows about, and that is her town and the people there. So she's changed their names, and not everything I think is events that have literally happened in town, but the people that she's describing are the people in the town. The publisher that picks it up falls in love with the book, and then he meets her because she's writing under the name John Smith, and he meets her and she's basically I just need the money. So I've written this book. But where I am right now, I'm still at the very beginning. I'm on chapter 6 and the book has been published, and one person in the town has read it so far, and she immediately knew that all of the characters were the people in their town, which she thought was pretty hilarious. But she was trying to figure out who has written this book. So I'm pretty sure people are going to start reading it and finding this out, and probably not feeling very good about it, because some of the people in the book are not described the best, I think, just on the personalities that they have. I think the second half of her book, she kind of, I don't know if she makes it more fantastical, but she's making funny things happen, I think. On the back of the book, it says that the things that are happening to the characters in her book start happening to the people in real life. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to come about. So far in each chapter, I'm pretty sure each chapter title, or almost every single chapter title, has been like the name has been a person. And we kind of like get into that person's head from the town. So it sounds like, part of it sounds like it could be boring because you're kind of just reading about their daily life right now, or the life of the people in the town. It's not boring. And even a couple people in the book were talking about Miss Buncle's book and how this sounds like it would be boring, but it's not boring, and it's very entertaining. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be kind of humorous too. I think it's a series also, so that's really great. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this right now, and I feel like this is going to be a book that I'm going to finish. So yeah, anyways, I feel like I've talked a long time now, so I'm going to go read some more of this book, and we'll see what else I end up picking up in this vlog. It's Friday now, which means it is the last day of school, or it was just the last day of school. And it's actually my last day of school, because I don't think I've said yet, I'm not going to be going back to teaching next year. I'm going to stay home with our baby, and I'm so excited about that, and so excited just to have this last day of school, honestly. But yeah, so I got through the week. We're done. But I did want to update you all on what I've been reading this week. I've read a little bit, but I'm now reading two things. So I'm still reading Miss Buncle's book. I'm almost halfway through now, and all I can say about this is it's so funny. Like, I'm enjoying it so much. Even when I'm not like laughing out loud, just the situations that are happening right now are so funny, because this book is causing chaos for the whole town. Not really anybody is happy about the book, because it's kind of showing them in like a true light, I guess, of who they are, and they don't like it. There are a couple people that don't mind it so much, but the people that are probably not like the best people definitely don't like it. Even though like there's one woman in here that is like, thinks the thing should be burned, and like she's calling it filth and like lots of things. And it's funny because she's like telling this lawyer, whoever wrote this book, I am in this book, but it's not really me. Like, she's basically trying to say that it is her, but she doesn't want to sound like she is that person, because the person's like not a great person. So then just like she's going around in a circle being like, she wrote this about me, but this isn't me. But so like she was making no sense, but it's just so funny. So I found this spot that I was just not talking about, because I feel like I'm probably not making sense. So this woman goes to this lawyer to basically try to sue whoever's written this book, because she's like, these are all lies about everybody in the town. But it says, she raged and stormed at Mr. Spark and Edwin. She pointed out that the book was a disgusting book. It had ridiculed her. She wanted an abject apology and large damages. She explained, somewhat incoherently, that the character of Mrs. Horsley Downs was a horrible character and not in the least like her, but that it was obviously intended for her because it was exactly like her, and that therefore it was a libel, and as such ought to be punished to the utmost rigor of the law. She said the same thing a dozen times in different words, but always loudly, until Mr. Spark thought his head would burst. It's just, I don't know, the way it's written is so funny. Just more and more chaos is happening. So anyways, I'm loving this book so much. It is so like exactly what I needed right now. Cozy and fun and funny and just such a good time. I definitely recommend this, even though I'm not finished with it, but I will keep you all updated on it. I also started another book. I don't have it in front of me because it's on my Kindle. I think I'm gonna get the name right, but I will put it up here just in case. It's called When the Day Comes. I actually started this on audio, and because honestly, I got it on my Kindle months and months ago, and I started it and got like a couple chapters in and I couldn't get into it, but I knew I wanted to try it again sometime, because everybody that I've ever heard read this book like is obsessed with it, loves it. So anyways, I thought, okay, let's just try audio because I really do want to read it, and I think I just need to get into it. So I started the audio. It is a really good audiobook. I'm now loving it. Like, I'm so into it. I've kind of stopped the audiobook. I don't know, maybe I read like 6 or 7 chapters with the audiobook, and now I'm just reading it on my Kindle, and I'm so into it. But if you don't know what it's about, it's actually a Christian fiction book, like a historical Christian fiction book. There are people that exist in like 2 different times. So the main girl in this, she exists in, I think it's 1774, And then she also exists in 1914. So it's like she wakes up and one day she is in one time period and exists as a person, and then the next day she wakes up and it's the same day but she's in the other time period. She's the same person, I guess, but I don't know, it's hard to explain. Basically, she exists in two time periods, and when she turns 21 she's gonna get to pick which time period she wants to live in and stay in, and the other one she will just, like, to everybody else it's like she's died. It's so good. Especially if you love historical fiction, like, you have to read this book. I may be like 30 or 40% through it, and it's so interesting. I don't know if there's one time period I like better so far, or timeline. In 1774, of course, is it 17? I think it's 1774. They're getting ready for, like, the American Revolution. So she, of course, knows kind of what's going to happen because she also lives in 1914. Where she is getting ready for that. I don't know how much to say because I don't want to spoil anything. But the other time period is 1914, and she lives in London at this moment. She's from America, but lives in London somewhere, I don't know. And her mom is not the best in that time period. She is basically not very loving at all, and she just wants her to get married to someone to, like, elevate their status. And she kind of hates that time period. Like, from the beginning of the book, this isn't a spoiler, she's already like, I'm gonna leave this time period. But I feel like something is going to happen and she's not going to be able to choose. That's just like a theory that I have. Nothing has happened so far like that. So that's happening there. In 1774, she really loves her family, loves her mom. Her mom is also someone who used to live in two timelines or two time periods. And she chose the 1774 one. A lot of stuff is happening. There's definitely going to be a love story I'm seeing. For sure, in one timeline, I feel like another one's going to pop up, though, in the other one, just to cause some kind of, like, chaos and conflict, to cause a conflict on where she's going to choose to stay. I just love it so far. So that's the one. I mean, I'm reading them both right now, like I said, but that's the one I'm most excited about, like, coming home to read some more. I am going to go read some more of that right now. Like I said, it's Friday, so I'm so happy and excited to just, like, have this break now. And I have lots of plans to read lots of books this summer. We will see what happens. But anyways, I'm going to go read some more now, and I will update you all soon. I'm back. It's been like a week. I technically had the last day of school the last time I talked to you all, I think, but I did have to do like a week with just teachers, so I have still been working. So really, I haven't been doing much. But I did want to update you all because I have been reading a lot of When the Day Comes, and it is so good, especially where I'm at now. Like, I just want to keep reading it and not put it down because so much is happening. But I'm going to rewind and go back a little bit to, I guess, kind of what I've read since I've talked to you all. A couple of things I can say that I don't feel like are not really spoilers. Her mom in the 1914 period is absolutely terrible. Like, she makes me so mad. I can't stand it. That's the main thing, honestly, that I wanted to say, because she just makes me so mad. There has been a lot going on in both time periods, and I wish I could tell you all. Like, I literally made my husband sit and listen to me talk about this book because I just wanted to, like, talk about the things that were happening, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I guess all I can say is there's a lot going on, and it's kind of breaking my heart. I'm like 72% through it, I think. I'm like possibly gonna finish it today because I don't want to put it down. So if I have time, that is definitely happening today. But yeah, like, it's almost stressing me out because there's so much going on that is, like, heartbreaking, and don't know how it's gonna end happy. I mean, I have a theory that I honestly don't think is true at all of something that could possibly happen to make it be happy in the end, but I also feel like that would be way in the future. That's what I'm thinking of would happen. So I don't know. It's just where this is going, I feel like is sad. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about it because I love it so much. If you haven't read this series or if you've been thinking about it, please pick it up soon because it's fantastic. I'm really excited that it is a series because I just love the whole concept of it, because I haven't really read anything like that before, I guess, because it has the historical fiction side to it that I love. but then it also has where she lives in 2 timelines, so it's not realistic, but it's just so interesting. Like, I really love it. So I'm excited to read other books about that too, and with it being like different people. It's so good. The audiobook's good, but I have been reading it like on my Kindle for most of the book. So anyways, that's the update on that. I haven't read any more of Miss Bunkle's book because I've been so focused on that book, but I'm gonna finish that book. I'm gonna finish When the Day Comes, and then I'm gonna focus on Miss Bunkle's book. So I will update you all about that again. I really do think the last time I read it was when I talked to you all, but it's hilarious. I will say tomorrow we're gonna go to a Renaissance fair, which I've never been to one before. I don't know exactly what to expect. I feel like that will be interesting. I don't know if I'll get to film like much of it. Maybe. I might be there with people, so I don't really want to like film anything in front of them. Anyways, I might film some stuff there to just show you all what it's like. That should be fun tomorrow, hopefully. Other than that, I have like no plans, and that's kind of exciting because I'm just feel so free because it's summer and I'm not gonna be working, and I can just focus on reading right now and like getting things ready for the baby. So that makes me really excited. I'm gonna stop talking now and I'm gonna go hopefully finish that book, and I'll let you all know how I feel at the end of it.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our
I just had my official last day of work, and it feels so good to be done and to not have to think about it anymore. I'm really excited about the summer now, and honestly, like, I just keep thinking about, I'm so excited to read, and I just want to read all the things. So I am really looking forward to this summer, like just reading as much as I can, hopefully not getting in a book slump. I just want to read the most I have in a long time. We did go to the Renaissance Fair yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. It was really nice just looking at all the little shops. We didn't make it in time to see any of like the shows, the fights, or anything like that. So if we go again another time, we definitely are gonna go earlier so we get to experience that part too. They did have a really good lemonade there that I got, and I just keep thinking about it, and I wish so bad that I had it close to me because it was amazing. It was called Unicorn Lemonade, and I don't know what was in it, but it was really good. And they even had like gummy worms that were on the top of it. I think that was all that was in mine. My husband got the same thing, but his was a completely different color. It tasted the same, and he also had fruit on the top of his. So I don't know why it was different. Maybe they're all different because it's a unicorn. I don't know. Anyways, it was very delicious though. Last night, whenever we got home, I did finish When the Day Comes, and I stayed up later than I should have because I just had to see what was gonna happen. I was so close to the end. The last like 20 to 30% just broke my heart. Like, or I don't know if I'd say broke my heart, but the last 20 to 30% was so good. Like, there was so much going on, and my heart was breaking for her. Just the different circumstances that were happening, and I was like, how can this end in a good way? There was just so much going on, and then something happened at the end that I was not expecting and completely shocked me. I don't know, if someone else has read it, maybe it didn't shock you at all, but like, it shocked me. And I thought the ending was really great. Like, I really enjoyed it. I thought it like wrapped up really nicely, which is what I wanted. So it was just so good. And as I was reading it, I kept going back and forth between like, is this gonna be 4, 4.5, 5? But then like I said, the last 20, 30%, I was like, how could this not be a 5-star for me? Like, I'm loving it so much. When I wasn't reading it, I was thinking about it. It takes a special book for me to be like trying to read it any moment I can. And this one, I really was. I was reading it on my Kindle, and I took it into the car when I wasn't driving. And like when the car was not moving, I was reading it because I get car sick when I'm reading in the car, but like I was trying to find every moment I could to read it because I just want to see what was going to happen. If you have not read that book, I would highly recommend it. It was very entertaining. I'm really looking forward to reading the next one. I don't know when that's going to be, probably sooner rather than later, because I just keep thinking about it and I'm curious like how the next story is going to go with a new person. So yeah, and I did see, I think there's like 5 or 6 books out in that series. Maybe the 6th book comes out in November, I think. I have finished that. I don't know if I said, I cannot remember if I said at the beginning of this vlog that I was going to try to get out of like a book slump. And I feel like that book brought me out of it. So I've already succeeded in that. And I'm just so excited because I am so excited to read again and I'm loving reading. And that's what I wanted. So, I mean, I feel like there were other circumstances that helped me too, because like now I'm going to be off from work. So that makes me feel like I have plenty of time to read. So that is a circumstance, but I do really think that the book really did help me. Now that I finished that book, I am going to continue reading Miss Buncle's book. Like I said, the last thing I read, I'm about halfway through. I already talked to you all about, so I have not read anything since. I'm excited to pick this back up because like I said, I was really enjoying it and it is very funny. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the town, the people in it. So I am going to read a little bit more of this right now. I will update you all soon when I've read enough, but I'm excited to get back into this. It's a couple days later and I have just finished Miss Buncle's book, but before I talk about this one, I did have a couple of more things to say about When the Day Comes, just really quickly, that I wanted to say and I forgot. I don't think I said it, but it is a Christian fiction book. And I know a lot of Christian fiction books, or some of them at least, can feel kind of cheesy. But I did want to say this one was not cheesy at all. I feel like it was like woven perfectly into it. I feel like it did pick up a little bit more at the end with just talking about trusting God and relying on Him even when things don't go the way that you want them to go or you think they should go. So I don't know. I just really loved that. And like I said, wasn't cheesy at all. I feel like it worked perfectly into the book. Now we can talk about Miss Buncle's book. This book is also 5 stars. I was considering, or I was between like 4.5 to 5. And then I was thinking, I enjoyed it so much, I'm just going to give it 5 stars. What do I want to say about this book? I feel like it was the perfect, cozy, humorous book. Like, I just really loved, honestly, any time of the day, but a lot of times at night, just sitting in the bed, reading this, laughing. It just feels like light and fluffy, or not fluffy. It feels light and happy and funny. I just had such a good time reading this. I really liked the ending. I feel like it all wrapped up really well. And yeah, I just really loved it. I'm really excited that it's a series because I will definitely be reading the rest of the series. Hopefully the second book is as good as the first or close to it. For some reason, I don't know that I said this at the beginning either, but I thought that it was written in like the 80s. I don't know where I got that from, but it was actually written in the 30s. So, which makes sense because I imagined this book happening in the 30s, but I thought like the author had written it during the 80s and it was set in the 30s. I don't know. I was very confused. I don't know, like I said, where I came up with that. But it was written in the 30s, so it does kind of have that, I don't know if you'd say classic feel, but really, really readable, easy to read, and you will definitely be laughing, especially if this is your sense of humor. So I'm gonna end this vlog here because I don't know if this is gonna be, I can't tell yet if it's a shorter vlog, but I am trying to just get back into this, and I thought it would be good to end it here because there are some other books that I'm really wanting to read and put them in another video because they'll go a little bit better together. I did have fun reading this week, or these last couple of weeks. I can officially say, like, I am back into reading. I'm enjoying it so much. It is what I want to do when I have free time. I will, hopefully, I'm saying this now, be filming some more videos, and I have lots of ideas in my head of books that I'm wanting to read and videos that I want to do, so I'm really excited to do that this year. If you have watched this whole video and been here, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will hopefully see you soon in my next video.